Alright, I think this is part 3 of what if deku was, the Nine Tails. And if I finish this series today, I will start the Toy Maker, you know, which, Toy Maker is going to share the same universe as another what if. Well, no, actually, I'm making separate what ifs. So, let's get into the story. Yeah, this is part 3. So, UA had 2 weeks off, the heroes trying to figure out how the villains got in. They found out that someone stole UA files, and that's what they went from there. So the students come back to school after 2 weeks, and as I always explain to them, they're gonna have a week off to train their quirks, get ready for the sports festival. As everyone goes out and they train their quirks, they come back to school. As I will tells them today is the day of the sports festival. And class 1B, class 1C, and the rest of the classes, come to class 1A to try to scare the competition, but it doesn't work. No one really cares for them. And the girls, boys, all the class, the rest of the classes, they do see Deku, this kid with these foxtails and these fox ears, just sitting down, just looking at the board, not even paying attention to them. Then they say they can go. He just walks straight towards them. They think that he's gonna be rude or something like that, gonna try to make them move. He walks towards them, and then he immediately just disappears, and he's past them. He was body flicker. Seems like my mother is back. So after that's done, they go out, and then they get changed for the sports festival, and then they go on the field. Bakugo gives a speech, it just says, I'm gonna win. All you lame, y'all ain't never gonna pass me. I'm gonna be number 1. I am the best. Class 1B started, all the rest of the classes starting to hate Bakugo because, what he said. And they thinking that class 1A is just as arrogant, but they're not. But except of, Kurama, Deku is arrogant. The Nine Tails was arrogant. And he always flexed his power. Nine Tails especially loved bullying his youngest brother, the One Tails. So let's get into it. Midnight explains that they're going to be doing the first part of the sports festival, which is the obstacle course. As everyone gets there, after a while, Midnight says, begin or start. As Deku started body flickering, he uses body flicker over and over. He uses body flicker, and he gets first place. As I would, comment, what's his name? President Mike comments says, as I would, student is very fast. What's his quirk? As I says, I don't really know for sure what his quirk is, because he doesn't really share upon it. He don't, tell us what his quirk is personally. We don't know his heritage. Well, they do know his heritage. They know who his real family is. But, his quirk don't match up with his real family's. His father had a fire quirk, a weak fire quirk, and his mother had a weak wind quirk. Okay, actually, no. After this, after a while, I'm going to make Toy Maker Deku. Which, I'm going to give you out the backstory, how he, basically a toy maker. So, Deku got first. The rest of the students come in, Bakugo Todoroki, second and third. So when you want to say, it don't matter to me. Either one you want to be in first or second, you can just pick whoever you like most. Now, the cavalry battle. Oh yeah, Deku and Miracle did go on a couple of dates during the 2 weeks. And Deku's team is Deku, Dark Shadow, Kaminari, Tokiyami, Moraka, and yeah, Mei Hatsume. That's a good team. So, this time Deku is not on top. It's actually it's Oraka. She's on top. And she got the headband. So let's start. Everyone does rush towards Deku's team to try to get the headband, but most of them get smacked away by his tails or by his jutsu that he used. He tried to use minimal jutsu, weak jutsu, like D level jutsu. Jutsus that wouldn't really hurt people. Just either stun them for a while or push them back, like weak wind jutsus or like weak lightning jutsus, like just a basic shock. Like the shock you get when you touch some metal, like you sit in a chair, then you get a shock. You go down a slide, you get a shock. When you touch another person, you just feel that shock sometimes. Or like when you to shaking somebody's hand and they got the electric buzzer thing, the fake gum thing, something like that. Just basically a little shock. They feel this and does hurt a little bit, so they jump back. And Tokiyama using Dark Shadow to protect Araka also. Mei Hatsume showing off her inventions. Todoroki just tries to do it, but he doesn't pass it. As Deku basically use Shadow Clone, and then the Shadow Clone jumps up there and kicks the ice that Todoroki on, and then kicks Todoroki down. But Todoroki lands on his team after slowing his fall with his ice. And Bakugo tries to too, but gets shut down by Deku too, using a water jutsu. So they pass, they get the first place. Now it's the fights. Deku versus Shinso. Shinso still spouts off bullcrap like Deku ain't nothing. He weak and he just special because he just because he has a strong quirk doesn't mean anything. As Deku says, well, we can see somebody never practiced in this life. So just because I'm a prodigy doesn't mean anything, I once had a friend who told me that hard workers can beat prodigies, and that is true. Hard workers can beat prodigies, but you're not a hard worker, so you'll never beat me. You need to work harder if you want to get to my level. And I might be a prodigy, but I also work hard. Lying. He lied for that. Brahma don't work hard. He naturally born a prodigy. So, they all listening to what Deku says. Like, some people are born prodigies and some people are born, just not prodigies. And, there are some people born hard workers. Some people can become hard workers. And the best thing to be is not a prodigy. One of the best things to be is a hard worker. The harder you work, you will eventually overcome the person that is a prodigy. If not in that life, then in the next. Not in that life, then in the next. It goes on forever. So keep that in mind. Something Shinso. I don't know his middle first name. I just know his name Shinso. That's it. That's all I know. As Deku basically slaps Shinso out with his tail, and he's pronounced the winner. Everyone else fights. The fights go like cannon, People lose, people win. Next one is Todoroki versus Deku. Endeavor does try to, coerce Deku into making Shoto use his fire, but Deku basically just, body flicker out to the ring. Wait, let me stop right here to tell you guys something. Have y'all ever, got body flicker and flash step from Bleach confused? I nearly just said flash step. And when I talk about Bleach, sometimes I'll be forgetting what the flash step is, so I just say a body flicker. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't stop doing it. Every time I try to forget one, I always come up with the other one. Oh, let me stop my rambling and get back to the story. So, Todoroki says, I'm going to beat you with only half my power. And Deku says, if you did use your full power, you never would have beat me, but okay. No, he's saying it to himself. He ain't saying out loud. And Deku says this. So you're a prodigy, eh? Well, you believe that you are. But you never worked for a thing in your life, did you? And from what I can see that your father is, you might, if you keep acting this way, you might turn out to be like him. That's something you don't want to be, huh? Your father. Well, then use your full power if you don't want to be him. Use that fire, Todoroki. That fire is the only thing that makes your quirk special. If you had just fire, then you would have had a fire quirk, and nothing special about that. If you had just ice, you would have had an ice quirk, and nothing special about that. But you have fire and ice. You have one of the perfect quirks ever. Why is it perfect? You may be asking to yourself. Your fire heats up your body that gets cold from overusing ice. Your ice cools down your body from overusing your fire. Your quirk eliminates all, dysfunctions to it. Eliminates all, problems they have with itself. But you only limit yourself to using your eyesight. That's why you're having so much difficulty. And I bet your fire is weak because you never trained it. Trust me, Todoroki. If I were you, I wouldn't wander on the past. Don't stay in the past, Todoroki. Live your life in the future. Live your life in the present. Think about now and not yesterday. Think about tomorrow. The actions you do today predict what you're going to be in the future. So, take it to heart and give me a real battle, a real fight. Give me something interesting. Show the world what you truly can do. Show the world that you're much different from Endeavor. Show the world that you're much better from Endeavor. That you're not your father. Show the world that you are Todoroki. As Todoroki takes that to heart, and he starts using his fire. Deku says, yes, that's good. Now, remember that feeling, Todoroki. Remember that feeling of being better than your father. Remember that feeling of being yourself. And use that to fuel your flames instead of hatred, instead of anger, instead of this, feeling of wanting to be better than everyone else, when you really should be focusing on the person that actually ruined your life. Try to be better than him. Don't focus on the people that never did anything to you. And keep the ones that you actually love in your life close to you. If you don't, you're going to lose them one day. And you would have been that person that never got to say sorry. And Todoroki taking that also to the heart. As he, start, fighting Deku. But Deku is really taking them seriously. Well, he, making it feel like he taking them seriously. But he isn't really, because if he uses his full power, he might kill Todoroki. So they fighting, Todoroki shooting ice, shooting fire. And then he gets to his final move, the Zero Caliber. He shoots it off, it explodes like a cannon, but he don't get sent out the ring. And Deku, he just perfectly fine. Deku then, shoots little small, little small fireball. It hits Todoroki out the ring. Deku tells Todoroki, you have a lot of potential. Just don't let your emotions hold you back. As he leaves the ring. As they announced that Deku is the winner. And then, a couple more fights happen. Then it's Deku versus Bakugo. Bakugo is talking crap, you little nerd, I'm gonna beat you this time. I'm stronger than you and I always will be, you are weak. You're nothing. Huh, your quirk is weak. It's nothing compared to mine. Now this is what I wanted to do for a long time, and actually I just thought about this today, and I'm gonna do this. Deku can transform into the Nine Tails, which I don't have a picture of. So Deku says, do you want to see something that I figured I can actually do? Bakugo says, sure, I don't care. Show me your full power and I'm going to beat you with mine. As Deku says, you actually want to see this power that I have, that I don't show because it's quite frightening to everyone that I know. The power that, can give this whole world a fear. He don't say that. This power that I have that I figured out I have. This power I have that I figured out I have. This thing that I have is, the transformation that I have. I've worked on it and then I perfected it. I finally can regulate the size. Well, I can, control the way I look in it. There's two stages to this. I can either look like, the battle ready me, the one that's ready, the beast, or I can look like the baby form, the cute version, which is basically, the nine-tailed fox, basically, the regular nine-tails, the mad and angry, or just the small nine-tails, the baby form, when he was first born, like. And, he says, watch as I transform, as he, basically put his hands, does the sign for transformation, and he turns into the Nine Tails. Everyone sees this. Everyone's shocked from this. Bakugo is also shocked as he sees this giant fox with 9 tails, ears, red eyes with black slits, sharp teeth, with a little grin, with his hands basically on his knees as he's looking down at Bakugo. Everyone can see this all over, the world, because USA, the sports festival is broadcast to all over the world, and it's more watched than the Olympics. So everyone's seeing this, all over the world. Everyone's also seeing this, and he's wondering if he can get that quirk, but if he can't steal something that's not a quirk. And Deku says, I could use this to fight you, but it would be a little overkill. In fact, I'll give you a display of power of this form. As he puts his, as he charges a tail beast bomb and shoots it into the sky. It's one of the weaker ones, his weakest. But, it goes far into the sky and it blows up. And it's still, after it blew up, it expanded a whole, lot. And it made a huge shockwave. Now, since it was, weaker, it did not, and he did blow it up way in the sky. A long way to the sky. Basically in space. It didn't really affect, humans, but it did, shut off a couple of power grids. Cut off the power to some parts of the city. So that did happen, from basically just a shockwave alone. So people were seeing this devastating power, and then Deku transformed back, and then he just walks up to Bakugo and flicks him out the ring. They announced that Deku was the winner, and Deku get first place, Bakugo second, and Tokiyama third. Now, I can go on a little bit more. I'm gonna go to just the Stain arc, and then I'm gonna leave him off. So Ida still gets the call from saying his brother's hurt, And while in class, Deku can feel the malicious intent from Ida. And he ends up liking it, so he gonna talk to Ida. And now, as I would say, it's time for you guys to pick hero names. As Midnight comes in to help with it. As everyone picks the hero name as a candy, Baku says, it explosion murder, you know, all of that, all of his hero names that he went through, but he never chose which one he really was gonna get. I don't know what Todoroki got. I forgot. Icy hot, but no. And then it's Deku's turn. Deku basically says, Karama. As they say, I like it. Yeah. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. As he went and sat back down. So they said, now you're going to be choosing hero agencies. As Deku, seeing that what Ida put down, he chose manual, which has nothing to do with speed, a speed quirk. So he chose manual also to watch over Ida, and then they go from there. Ida gets on a train station and he leaves. Deku behind him. Ida says, "Oh, Midoriya, you also going this way?" As Deku says, "Yeah, I am." And then Ida sees that Deku was following him. He says, "Midoriya, why are you following me?" "I'm not following you. It's just my hero agency is also this way." Ida says, "Oh, okay." As then they get to Manuel's agency, and then Ida says, "Wait, this is your hero agency? That's the one that you choose?" Ida said, Deku says, "Yeah." Ida says, "But you don't have a water quirk." And Deku says, "Neither do you. So, tell me, Ida, why is it that a speed quirk user is going to a water quirk user?" And don't lie to me. I can sense where you're lying. As Ida tries to lie, Deku says, "That's a lie." He then tries, then tells the truth that his brother got hurt, and then, he's trying to go for revenge. Deku says, "You should know that if your brother got hurt and a multitude of other heroes got killed, you don't have a chance, do you? I mean, the best you'll ever get is not even a single punch." Stain is a trained professional, okay, with years of with some experience of fighting. You are a high school student who don't even know how to throw a regular punch. But I guess there's nothing that can stop you now. So if you died, you die. But just know that your brother's going to be sad. I'm going to tell him that I just tried to stop you, but yeah, didn't work. That's Ida's a little bit mad from that, but let's go. As they go into, his agency, and then, at the while of explaining what pro heroes actually do, they go patrol. Then, Ida, after the normals and stuff started to attack, he splits off from them, and he goes to an alleyway. He looking for Stain. After a while, he finds Stain. And then, Manuel was right behind Ida. And Deku was a ways back behind Manuel and Ida. He was fighting the normal at the time, so he didn't notice them run off. As Ida gets cut down, and, Manuel also gets cut down. But, Manuel gets it worse than Ida. As, Ida only got a little bit, cuts. He bleeding, Stain licks his blood. As Manuel gets his real bad. Manuel gets his eye cut, his left eye cut. He gets his left arm cut off. He gets stabbed through the stomach. And then he, bleeding out. And then, Stain, basically cuts Manuel's throat, killing Manuel instantly. But Ida seeing this, he is a little bit shocked. And then after a while, after Stain finished stab, Ida, Deku shows up, kicks Stain away. Deku sees, Manuel's corpse, and he, says, "You're gonna pay for that, Stain." Ida says, "You shouldn't meddle in here. This is my business. This is my fight." And Deku says, well, Ida, I was supposed to, save you guys. Well, I did tell you not to do this, right? Now you see the consequences. You got a hero killed, Ida. That is something you will have in your mind forever. You caused someone death, Ida. Just know that, Ida. You caused the death today. That's Ida slip in shock from what Deku just said. And Stain says, who is this kid? Another fake hero? Deku says, well, I'm sorry to say, but I can't let you kill him. And you already killed him. So I'm going to have to take you in. And Stain says, what, you just doing it for the credit? Well, I don't really care about the credit. That much I don't really care. If I actually wanted credit, I would, be a hero just for money. I don't really care about money either. Money isn't really important to me. Money doesn't buy me anything that I actually want. I just want peace, as you can say. Just want peace, and to see the one that I like the most. Well, the one that, I want to protect the most. I want to see her protected, which is, Inko. Sees Inko as a mother figure, so he wants her protected. As Stain thinks that he is actually a true hero. As they do fight, and Deku then takes Stain down. As they fought in the sword combat, Stain says, so you wield the blade too, but not as good as me, kid. But Deku is better than him. So he takes Stain down, because all of Deku's years of experience live for a multitude of years. He takes Stain down, and then, they tie Stain up. The other heroes get to the alleyway where they heard fighting from. They see, Deku, tied up Stain, eat on his shoulders, and Deku, basically also pulled out Manuel's body with his arm. Also, they see this pro hero dead. They ask what happened. Deku then explains, this idiot right here tried to go after revenge for, his brother getting hurt, which didn't cause, this pro hero native to go and try to save him. But, you see how that ended up. And, we caught the Stain, and, they called the police. The Nobu tries to come down to sweep Deku. Deku noticed it. He, uses fireball jutsu and, if it's, just eliminates the Nobu. All the heroes shocked by Deku's display of power. And, the police get there. They arrest Stain. The emblems get there. They take Ida. And, they take, Manuel. In the hospital, Ida gets scolded. Even worse than in canon, because he got her pro hero killed. Deku, tells Ida, this is going to be in your conscience forever, right? And this is going on the news. If someone don't post it, I don't know who will. The news is going to say this, Ida. Listen, pro hero Manuel killed trying to save a student from UA. Went out as a real hero. But underneath the surface, they want to know the true story. That Ida Tenya went after revenge because his brother got hurt, causing the death of a pro hero. They wouldn't know that story either. They would not know that story. They're only gonna hear what they want, what the hero society wants them to hear, but not what the truth is. So yeah, you just got to live with that, conscious on your mind, and I'll see you later. Oh yeah, your brother's alive. So, if your brother was dead, would you do the same thing? But your brother's alive, Ida. You could have just let it go. You could have just let it be. That you could have been happy. That Stain only took your brother's legs, his job as a hero. He didn't take your brother's life. But you just have to be persistent. And now look what that's got you. Goodbye, Ida. As Deku walks out, the Holy Star, tells Ida that he can't take the credit, and he also, did something wrong. He caused the death of Pro Hero. He don't know that, he did wrong. He was just working public, and things like that. Then he leaves. Ida is feeling sad, and he visits his brother. And this one will end this here. Thank you for watching.